It's Matthew Robert Payne, and I just thought I'd come to you and share with you the fact that I believe Todd Bentley is the real deal. He's down there in South Africa performing a revival and doing a revival, and the Lord is with him, and it's not something that's fake. Todd's not doing silly things. People who like to mock Todd Bentley might want to try and go and move the way that he's moving, healing the sick, preaching the gospel. I think that people who mock Todd have some sort of disbelief in the supernatural, disbelief in the things of God, disbelief in God moving in signs and wonders, and there's people getting healed with Todd, there's people being transformed with Todd. I heard one story from Todd that he went into a maximum security jail with a whole lot of about 450 men who were charged with murder and vicious crimes, and they were the worst of the worst criminals, the hardest core criminals that you could find. And they'd been in lockdown for 6 months. They hadn't been able to go out of their cells for 6 months. Such was the violence in jail. So many of them were stabbing each other and killing each other, and they put the whole jail in lockdown so the prisoners couldn't associate with each other. And they opened the prison up and they let all the prisoners out of their cells to hear Todd. And one of them was blind, deaf in one ear, and Todd, through the power of Jesus, opened the ear, and he was able to hear, and all the prisoners knew this prisoner that could only hear out of one ear, and they saw him miraculously healed, and over 350 of the prisoners gave their life to Jesus. So it's that sort of testimony that is real. The average mocker, the average person who's mocking Todd Bentley has never saved 350 people before. The average mocker, I find, hasn't saved anyone with their mockery and their professional ways of discrediting people of God. And so I want people to know that Todd Bentley is doing God's work. He seems to be preaching to Christians and sharing his message with Christians and healing Christians. The broadcast that I watched for 3 hours, I didn't find him share the gospel, like go into the gospel message and share the gospel. So it could have been difficult for someone who wasn't a Christian to be in the meeting and to be saved. Now, that aside, I've been in a Baptist church and been in a Baptist church for 2 years, and was there every service for 2 years and never heard the gospel preached. So I've been in a uniting church and been there for 18 months and been there every week for 18 months and never heard the gospel preached. So Todd, at least he's healing people, and people can see the miraculous, and perhaps people can be saved through the testimony of people being healed and what's going on in the revival. And apparently so far in 41 days of the revival, 10,000 people have been saved. So that's more fruit than the average person out there. Many people have got bad things to say about Todd, but they haven't got those sort of runs on the board. They haven't saved 10,000 people in 41 days of their life. They just spew out all sorts of garbage and scripture quotes that they quote all over the place to try and pull down someone who's of God. But I just want to share that Todd Bentley is the real thing.